Okay, yep, it's on. Yeah, filming in the semi-dark. Response video of Professor Anton. I'll try to make this one short, just because what's the point? So he sort of like, brushed off Pyro, and I can sort of understand because Pyro is, I don't know exactly what Pyro was pushing for. I guess the whole argument is over this idea of what Professor Anton is about. And I think what you have to concede is that he's about creating a narrative, writing a narrative for human beings. So he's playing the psychology game. This is a way for human beings to think, to find actualization in this world that exists. So it's pragmatic philosophy, but it's not even that. That's not even the right word for it. The focus is on some sort of utility, not the truth. Because it's not a true description. To become obsessed with the fact that human beings are different than animals, it's just not a significant. This camera has bad enough volume control as it is. But anyway, technology. Oh, look at that, more light. There's little red things shooting at me. It's kind of neat. Anyway, yeah, so look, the distinction that human beings, okay, so we're unique because we have this vocabulary thing. We can scheme much more elaborate schemes, but that's really all it's about, right? I mean, you can film chimpanzees or monkeys even. You can throw food out or something. You can watch all the politics go on. You can watch them try to out-scheme each other to see who can carry the most stuff and run away with it. And yet human beings are just better at it because they're intelligent. So they're able to store more knowledge. They can know more tricks, more little termite stick tricks, more little tricks to function in their life. But the idea that somehow we're doing something that's so, it's a difference in kind almost, where we have transcended that native state of psychology is just bullshit. We are a psychology, a mammalian psychology. We are conditioned. We are controlled by a lot of social constructs. We can see it in our own behavior. We can see it in what motivates us. And it's not something entirely different. It's still pretty crude stuff. It's still ego-driven. These animals have egos, and we have egos. It's selfish. I mean, it's all there. And so I'm not saying it's the same thing. But the differences, again, are a little bit complicated, Frog. Because some of these differences might be diminishing our sensual experience. We might have lost some of our vision and some of our capacity to hear and do different things and to experience our lives because our brain has to do this storage of a lot more symbols and processing. So it's not necessarily all an advancement in terms of the conscious experience. And certainly knowledge, some knowledge is, it's not good stuff. It's not good to know you're going to die. It's not good to know the threats that are out there, the cancers and the flus and the this and the that, all the little boogeymen that are out there ready to chomp you. And so sometimes it might be a lot nicer to live life where you didn't understand, where mountain lions live and how they live and when and how they're going to get you and what the odds are of everything. If you didn't have a calculator for the odds of everything, and so you could live a little more free, there might be there are benefits to that. And so it's an arguable circumstance. But the bottom line is that when we're talking about what we are and what we could be or what we can be, we have to have that conversation in the context of what created us. And that's my point. And that's the point where you are dropping the ball, where you're missing the point, where you're on planet Xeon. Because you're not acknowledging that this has a consequence. Our bastard origin has a consequence. We are built out of nothing. We're built out of consumption and reproduction. That's the blueprint. And there's nothing in the blueprint that says there's anything special in any of that shit. And so through 2 billion years of serious evolution, yeah, we've got sentience, we've got ability to feel, and we've got an ability to think. And unfortunately, most of our thinking has to do with satisfying our feelings. So we're motivated by desire, and most of those desires can be fairly described as addictions. And a state of perfection, a maintainable good state, is a very rare and hard thing to grab hold of, to maintain. And you're only going to get it for brief moments in an entire existence, and that's a dilemma. That's a problem. It's not just something you can sweep under a rug. It's something you have to deal with as a fundamental brokenness in this construct. We're part of a construct that is not a good construct. It's not a good maze. It's not a good game. It's a badly done game. And we can talk about what we can make it into. And if we have some sort of power to do that. But if we apply practicality to that equation, there's not too much out there. There's very little hope of achieving much in the context of what drives the human race and what it's capable, even with its superlative intelligent organism. It's not very superlative. It dumps, oil into Gulfs of Mexico. There's a lot of horrible things. It's run by greed and selfishness. These beasts. I mean, come on. Superlative what? Superlative assholes is what human beings have become. And do they have any future to be something else? Well, I'm just saying that the writing doesn't appear to be on the wall. This video is going to get a couple of 300 views maybe. If I did a video farting to the national anthem, I could get 1 million views, right? Isn't that how it works? So we know where the human race is going. It's going into a toilet. And all this baby talk is not going to save it from that fate. And this investment in a game that it's not a game. It's not a game, and it's not well designed. And you shouldn't drive this car. It's a menace. And so you keep pretending that you're on a mission, that you're accomplishing something, but that's just all it is. It's pretending. You're pretending that life has a mission. It doesn't have a mission beyond what intelligence can observe. And what intelligence is going to observe is brokenness, flaws, things that need fixing. And that's all intelligence can do. And once you perfect it, then intelligence will be done. But we're never going to get there. So lying is just not justified. So stop it. The truth is, life is stupid. It's a stupid chase for there's no possible way to win. It's a zero-sum game. It only makes sense because, like I've said before, is because you take something away, then you're going to make something want to get what it's lost. And we just keep chasing what was extracted the day we were injected into this world of deprivation and want and desire. And at best we'll have a few moments where we think we've captured it again, that we're whole again, that we've got all our pieces. And then a few hours will pass and somehow you'll have lost something again, and you'll be on the search again. And it's futile and stupid and redundant, and it comes at a very high price. So, enough said. Thank you very much. So anyway, in the dark, gray video. Yeah, it's a good gray in the dark from the gazebo. Yes, very nice. And now we're back out in the lighter area, and so the little lights turned off. It's kind of neat. Anyway, I guess it's worth it just for the little lights. Anyway, so that's enough of video. I'm going to find the button here. Finger, button, hitting.